Well, life can be pretty chaotic. Life can be kind of crazy. And for me, it was nuts a few years ago. And then I decided I was going to simplify things. I was going to minimize a bunch of stuff and I needed to make life more peaceful overall. But why did I do that? There are two big reasons. And the second one starts with me falling out of a window. So stick around for that and stick around for the end because there's a huge tip I have for you guys at the end. One of the things I did wrong when I realized I was completely overwhelmed with stuff and burden was that I just sort of jumped in and I didn't even really know what I was doing. Now, one of the reasons why I ended up needing to simplify life is because I am a mom. I am a nurse. I'm an emergency nurse. I'm the wife to an awesome guy who has ADHD. I have 3 kids, 2 have ADHD. And clutter was seriously my nemesis. I would come home from working in the emergency department to a mess. And I would actually start cleaning. Believe it or not, when you work in the emergency department, it's kind of a traumatic place to work. And you really should just come home and hang out with your family, which I didn't get to do because I was completely overwhelmed and I was burning out fast. Okay, I'm jumping ahead here. Let's get into this. Grab your tea and let's go. So don't make the same mistake I did because I realized that I was completely burdened by all of my stuff. And I could not focus. I was super distracted. So what I did, I knew I needed to make a change. So I jumped in with 2 feet, which of course is great. I mean, I honestly admire my enthusiasm and my tenacity, but I just started going and randomly was decluttering. And that's not really the best place to start. The best thing to do is to start out in an easy spot. If I was doing it again, I would have an actual method and I would have started in what I like to call an MMA, which is your most motivating area. And it honestly is this spot where you can feel pretty suffocated. And maybe when you walk by, you're like, ugh, this is just driving me bananas. So instead of jumping into your storage room, which is what I did, I was super overwhelmed. And it was kind of a stupid place to start, honestly, because if you start in your storage room, there's going to be a bunch of stuff. You're going to be pulling out a lot of boxes. You're going to be frustrated. And I really needed to develop and start flexing those decluttering muscles. I think it's better to start with an easy spot. And I also think it's good to start in a spot. You walk by it a lot and you will feel good when you walk by it. One of the ladies in my community, she loved doing her junk drawer because every time she would walk by, she opened it and it made her feel absolutely incredible. So the second reason why I really had to get on top of my decluttering actually started when I was 18 months old. I fell out of a window. I fell 2 stories onto rocks. Obviously, there was a concussion. And of course, because it was the early, 1981, they recommended my poor mom keep me up all night. This poor woman had a newborn and she had an 18-month-old with a huge gash in her head that had to be stitched up, which is why you'll never see my hair parted down the middle. And she had to keep me up all night. Now, as a result of that, I had a concussion. Growing up, I had concentration problems. I was hyper. I had trouble keeping friends and I would chat a lot and there was some bullying, unfortunately, and I was not the bully. During my second year of nursing school, I also had another concussion when I was messing around in the kitchen with my husband and I tripped back over the door of the dishwasher. You see, my brain just does not find words. I tripped back over the dishwasher, hit the back of my head, contra coup concussion, meaning hit the back, front of my brain also bounced forward. And then I didn't take time off. I wanted to go and see my niece, so I flew to Calgary the next day. Not good. Unfortunately, since then, I've had focusing problems. But what I've realized is that my environment is hugely important for me to be able to concentrate. And I bet it's the same for you. We don't concentrate in a great environment. And for me also, as a result of those concussions, I need less chaos around. So I have worked real hard on that. And there were some things I could do to fix my problems, but I knew I had to simplify life. So let's get to the best spot I think that you can do if you are working at home. Even if you're not, you're going to like this spot for where to start. I think that if you work at home, if you're an entrepreneur, then your desk is one of the best places to start. This is a crucial spot to be clean anyway, and my desk used to be so messy. I used to have piles of paper everywhere. I sometimes do still have piles of paper, don't tell anybody. Now, some people don't even use their desk because it is so piled with stuff, and I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that, but it makes it really hard to do things. It makes it so hard to concentrate, and it is so distracting. So when your desk is clear, you can concentrate and there's no distraction. You know what? This is one thing. I'm gonna show you my desk, but family photos, I love having this picture of my family here. Now, some people, they want to have like a ton of family photos. I was like that before. But then I realized, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one photo out, but then what I'll do is I will rotate. So every month or so, I will switch this photo with a different one, which is fun because it keeps it sort of like light and fun. And so sometimes like I can look at the photo, but it's not enough that it's super distracting. I also love to have candles burning, especially in the winter. It's got like that kind of like special little hookah vibe. If I keep them out all the time, it starts to look really cluttered and really messy. So instead what I'll do is I'll like get it out and I will light it pretty and enjoy it while I'm working away. But then once it's done and extinguished and not hot anymore, like let's practice fire safety here, I will put it away. So let me give you a tour of what I keep on my desk, and there is not much. I have a pad of paper here, and if you'll see, it says, really, get those taxes done. I have never been late, but this year I will be. Okay, so family photo. There I have a beautiful lamp that I absolutely love, and it makes really nice light. Get to the mug in a second. That lamp is great in the winter. That is a duvet, just as an FYI. Webcam. So I really keep it really minimal, like just the mouse, the keyboard, AirPods, microphone. I would put the microphone away. I just feel like it's going to fall and break. Lip gloss. This is a spray bottle for when the cats are being naughty. And tissues and an oil diffuser. I'm not a huge oil person, but I just don't want to put that thing away and have it fall and break. But I definitely do use it a couple of times a month, so I think it's fine. This is my little precious amber mug. It may have been a gift that I may have bought myself for Mother's Day, and I maybe opened it early just to be sure that it works. I love tea. What can I say? If you don't have a desk or you don't want to start with your desk, maybe consider a junk drawer. I always love people starting with a junk drawer. Start with your bathroom, just somewhere that you go to a lot that you can really, really appreciate the huge, huge changes. Because when we make big changes and we get that satisfaction of doing it, it's a dopamine hit, and nobody loves dopamine more than this girl right here. So make sure that you are choosing a spot that makes you feel amazing when it's done. Let's get real, ladies and gentlemen. We can be lugging around way too much stuff. And this is one area where you might not realize it, but this can be causing like some major chaos for you. This used to be my purse, and I used to keep so much crazy stuff in here. Like this, it doesn't even look that big. I had it so full, and it was like so heavy. It's nylon, and yet it was heavy. I also had this one. It was a really kind of nice green color when I bought it. My husband said it was like cadaver green. Now it's cadaver brown. So anyway, these puppies were full of things. And I was lugging around this much smaller purse when we were on vacation recently, but it was still really, really annoying. And so before I go on, I'm just going to say, I had seen these young chickies at Lululemon sporting these like little bags. You know, I was like completely rolling my eyes. I was like, come on, girls. Like, no, what are we doing here? But then recently I was at Disney and I saw many people, including some seniors, carrying around very similar bags. And here's the thing. I don't feel like I should be carrying that much in my purse anyway. So when we were at Disney, I didn't even keep that much in my purse. I did keep like a charger for my phone and things like that. But we get a locker. If you ever go to Disney, rent a locker. It is the best $7 you will ever spend. You get to choose your code and you can come back to it multiple times. Okay? I don't even need that much. I'm looking at my purse and I'm like, I don't need much in here. I don't even need a wallet. So recently my friend Jen was like, it's a fanny pack. Come on, Jen. Clearly this is now a very cute little front bag that 42-year-olds can look very cool rocking. Regardless, I don't actually keep even much in this adorable little bag, okay? my lip gloss. I have some of my kids' ADHD medication because we are not going to forget that, okay? 2 credit cards. Actually, one's a bank card. One's a bank card, one's a credit card. I'm not a multiple credit card person. And then I have my Costco card. Like, obviously, this is very important. Costco card, and that's it. And then my keys are in the very back of this adorable, cute little bag. Seriously, simplified the chaos in my life by now being very cool with my little bag. Let's face it, it's not just lighter figuratively, but literally. I can be hands-free and do anything now. It's awesome. So one thing I would definitely do different, when I started my decluttering, I did it alone. And the reason why is because I felt really ashamed that I didn't have it all together. And I didn't want people to know that we were struggling with our stuff and that the house was messy and that I felt like life was completely chaotic. But since then, I've learned just how important community is. And recently I wanted to get fitter. Well, actually like 4 years ago. And I joined this community about fitness. And it was awesome because suddenly I realized like there are other people. Nobody's going to be judging me. There are people my size, bigger than me. It doesn't really matter. And there was support. So if life feels chaotic and you want to make some changes, I think it is so much better to do it with a group. And we have a Facebook group, but now we are starting a new awesome community, which is a membership, and you can join it now. And a lot of you have been waiting for this membership. And if you are wanting to join others who are trying to remove that chaos from their lives, and I'm actually not even just talking about clutter, because this group is about simplifying life, then you can check out the link. Registration is open for only a short time, so sign up. And there is an option to join our monthly challenge, which is, in the past, people have absolutely loved the monthly challenges. We have done spring cleaning challenges. We did a pantry cleaning challenge, and people absolutely loved them. And it was so fun because we all did it together. And it was all about simplifying life. So check out this link or look below. But also let me know your thoughts on how you can ease into creating a simpler life, any changes you've made. Check out this video here, all about ADHD and those struggles. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.